Wakasaka cry, yeah. Mr. Aredamwa.
Ani Osabote.
Kapochichi.
The solar panel.
Oh, Lord. So now what are you doing?
I'm good, how are you?
Not bad. Peace and many blessings.
Many blessings.
Your spectacles is red, like manure and stuff like that, right?
Red is my favorite color, and I am a Manchester United fan.
Oh Lord Jesus! You love Man U.
Not manure, please.
Manure.
but what team do you support in Ghana?
Kotoko.
Oh wow!
And you?
Oh, Kotoko and Chelsea, of course.
Oh, in Ghana, to support Chelsea in Ghana. Brokum.
Oh, you know, sometimes when so I have two Chelseas I support conveniently.
Okay.
When the one in London really messes me up, I'm able to port to Ghana.
So then go to Brokum. Okay, so me, like, I support Arsenal, yeah, the greatest club in the world. And then Oli Dade, you know. Only Hangout. Okay, let me just say 11 minutes after 7, and this is Joy 99.7 FM. And I'm here with Nana Redamwa and Senam. Senam, right?
Senam, yeah.
What's the meaning of Senam?
God's gift to me. So if you call me Senam, it means I'm God's gift to you.
Oh,
yes.
And then, but you are not married, right?
No.
Okay. So if you are God's gift to me, then I remember so I'm
and you have to be careful. Nobody is listening.
Oh well, we are joking. But I mean, let's talk about Manchester and your troubles. And I mean, have you been jinxed by Alex Ferguson?
I don't know what Ferguson took away from the team, so much so that we cannot even find our feet from when he left. I can't just comprehend it, but we will come around. I mean, we will settle in.
I think
it's just a matter of time.
They shouldn't have sacked Moyes.
Yeah, I think
he's their best coach after Ferguson,
and he's Scottish too.
I think that we should have sacked him. You know,
Why?
because we will still have to do the sacking until we get somewhere. I think we should do the sacking for now, and then when we get to a place we know that it is not about the sacking, then we will learn.
So how many more coaches do you want to sack? Like 10, 20?
Honestly, I wish that we stick to this one for at least
Be specific. This one there is nothing.
my Jose Mourinho.
You love him?
I do. I mean, I have been a fan of Mourinho way before he joined Man U, so you can understand where I stand and how I feel.
Maybe when he was Chelsea manager, you were okay with him?
I loved him. I mean, he has this kind of attitude that draws me. You know, I like guys with attitude, you know. So, I mean, I love him for who he is. I mean, everywhere he's been, I've followed him. And so when he came to Man U, I was really happy, and I was hoping that something good would come out of this. But I am really hurt. I'm hurting right now. I don't know.
Have you drunk DDT yet?
Who is drinking DDT?
Hey, Evans Spencer.
Yes, that's true.
Let me go to the washroom and come here.
Kofi, are drinking DDT out there? Please don't. I don't want to lose you.
Who was the coach who came in after Moyes?
Van Gaal.
Oh.
Van Gaal or Van Gaal?
Okay.
Spelled
So then he
Van
was
Gaal.
JAAL, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
JAAL.
Yes.
And we're told that he was coming to win the league. Did he win anything?
FA Cup.
Okay.
Yes. He
And
won
then-
the FA Cup. Then he was sacked after.
And then you brought who?
Mourinho, yes.
Hey.
Yeah.
Mourinho is in his third year, and the guy has the curse of the third term.
I think.
Yes.
I think-
All the time in his third years, he has trouble.
But
He usually has trouble in his third year.
I think at Chelsea,
No.
the
Chelsea,
first year
yes,
was
yes.
the first year was good,
Yes,
right?
yes.
And then I think second year not so good,
Yes.
and he was sacked. And then they brought in who? The small boy, Village Boas.
Oh,
Is it Village Boas? That young guy,
the
this
Boa
assistant
constrictor.
there. Yeah.
you know, I remember when that guy was announced. Egbert Fabian put on his Facebook that we have gone for a boa constrictor. That he was going to swallow everything. You know, he didn't stay long.
You dismissed him.
Chelsea doesn't have patience for slow people.
Let me just
You know.
digress a bit, but we're still on football.
Yeah.
This afternoon I was reading an article in the Chronicle newspaper, right? I think at the last but one page, and it had to do with one of the referees who was caught in the Anasis video, and he's talking about the fact that he's not had, he cannot really, he cannot be mature enough when the curtains are down. Is that feasible?
Yeah, it's possible.
Yeah.
You can analyze it in many ways.
Yeah.
It could also be that his income level has gone down. Research has shown that when the man is stressed financially, it can affect all the testosterone.
Is it true?
That's how done things to people.
Oh no, but you are the recipient of what the man brings.
Oh well, I also heard that. If there's stress and there's no money, I mean,
Yeah, you can get them so.
yeah, I've heard though. I don't know.
Yeah, but for him, he said that even if the wife
Yeah, it's
decides to
possible.
rape him, still the batteries will not be charged.
No, it's possible. Stress can destroy a man.
Yeah.
I mean, if you know what I mean.
Like an explaining of joy for me.
Yeah, but stress is not good. Stress is really not good. Yeah, but how is your coach doing, Onapo?
Unai
Onapo.
Unai Emery. I mean, I think it's been. I think it's part of those who have been nominated for the coach of the month in September, because in our first two games we lost. We lost against Man City, and then we lost against Chelsea at the Bridge. Okay, and then we've been winning since. Even yesterday, we won at we went somewhere Azerbaijan or something and won 3-0. And this is the very first time I'm a Wenger. Have this hate and love relationship with Wenger.
But I miss Ani and Wenger. Really, really miss it. No, the guy could rant one day, and the other day it's like roller coaster, you know.
I think it's the emotions, you know, that as a football fan you get. I remember one day I had gone somewhere and I ran my mouth. We're going to win, and I think Tottenham beat us 1-0. I was so angry. So when I was coming, then there was this small boy. Hey, you're not back border.
Oh my goodness!
How can you be an Arsenal fan and then keep being your dad? I mean, you should bear your dad with caution because.
Wait, like
no, but I mean, and this combination is a dangerous combination. I mean, to support Oli and to support Arsenal,
Hey.
you know.
yeah, but Oli is a traditional club in Ghana, right?
You know, no, but you know, Oli. And did you choose them strategically because Oli and Arsenal they follow the same curve?
No, my mom, like she's joined the Heavenly Choir now. I hope she has a very nice place to sing. And she used to cook for Pampa Maitira. That was her hometown,
right.
So we used to also go. And then I think I remember there was a time they brought Oli came to play with Pampa Maitiras, and there was this band Coyote guys, and I was really I fell in love with the guy because he was extremely skillful. And then you are the park and you hear Olio Joy FM, like the other one. We can't say it publicly, right? Olio.
I nearly said it actually.
So Oli Hangout, Oli
Rosalinda,
Oli Senam, Oli Manio, Oli Kamfra, and all those things. So like I grew up loving those, then I kind of stayed with Oli. Though like most of the friends I grew up with were like passionate.
Yeah, but those days we follow the local
league.
The local league,
yeah.
I mean, seriously, I'm clearly also accused, but we've lost it, eh?
That's where I started from. I mean, when I started following football, I didn't know about Man U, Chelsea. Yeah. I started from following Kotoko, Hearts, and those days. I mean, I wasn't going to the stadium, but I was just tuning into the commentary and listen to football. I mean, that is where I started loving football from. But now, the love, even though I still follow it, I know what's happening, but the love has just dropped. I wish things.
Is it for the local league or for Manu now?
No, for the local league.
For local league, I mean, yes.
Yeah, because I don't remember the last time I went to the stadium. I think it was the 2001. I wanted to go, and something happened, so I didn't go. But I think since then I've never really loved local league because.
Do you think that event also sort of put some fear in people to go to our local stadium?
I think the fact that people were not punished, right? I think people were not punished, and also because like you go to the stadium and if something happens, I mean you are left to your own fate, and it's like, so why do I go there if I can sit in the comfort of a beer bar or something and watch the football and and stuff like. Talking about the bar today, I went to the Fair General. What's the name? When the people are called to the bar, is that correct? By
the real bar.
Yeah. So some of our friends they were called to the bar today, and so I went there, and I saw this old friend of mine. I knew him from Kivas. Then there was a kebab seller there, right? So I wanted to, as part of my saying congratulations, I wanted to buy him a kebab. So I intentionally asked the guy, is it cow or goat? Just because if I buy him a goat kebab, I'll compromise him because even
oh my God.
Well, I want him to deliver justice fairly. But if the first thing could start with for the guy to have a goat kebab, you are in the middle of the night, that would be serious. So I told him that you just finish the whole thing and we are hanging out, please.
I grow the idea.
Yeah, but I went and I got the invite. So I told one guy that I'm going to hold it. Anytime I walk in town and I see a truck driver misbehaving, I'll just hold it like this. Look, my friend is a lawyer. Behave on the street.
And talking about the lawyers, there's a friend, I won't mention his name. He has the same topography as your head. And
my head is nice.
And someone he said that perhaps he should have been a lawyer because then he would have gotten a wig to wear. And you know what someone said?
No.
that what hair will hold that wig. You need some foundation of hair to attach the pin to.
No, you can glue it.
No, but if you were to become a lawyer, you think you can wear a wig?
Of course.
Maybe you wear it on your beard.
No, I'll go Rooney. You go Rooney.
Yeah, Rooney also grew some hair.
Yeah.
Over some one season.
Exactly. Yeah. And then it started falling off.
Oh, it did?
Yeah, but but you are talking about Rooney with big cash. I don't have cash. Pram boy, yeah. Menya one gun. Like somebody like Jojo Komna, for example. Like he's running away. Okay, so 23 minutes after 7, this is Joy 99.7 FM, and my name is Daniel Sawute, and I'm in conversation with Nana Redamwa and Senna. Nana is Manchester United, and we just flip their stuff and have our cocktails. Nana, you don't drink beer, do you?
Which type of beer?
These
days they have all types of beer. Okay. I even saw non-alcoholic beer.
Okay, so you like non-alcoholic beer?
Yes.
And what about you, Senna?
Any soft drink.
Any soft drink.
No, any soft drink. I mean.
Okay, so like Andrew's liver salt.
Before I get quoted.
So let's call the barman and just give us something and put you on.
You give us some music in the meantime as well.
Maybe we love to play music.
You have some old tunes.
I think remember this guy Bishop Okele. But let's get the drinks and come back. The slave queen is on my more. What is this whole slave queen thing? What is it? Slave queen.
And then seriously, I'm at a loss. I think people have been discussing some 4 guys on Facebook.
Is it the coupe challenge or something?
Yeah, right? I have no idea what it means.
So they sit and they are dancing and
Why? How did it start?
I don't know. I just woke up and somebody tagged me. And I was like, what is this? You know, it's like they were just flipping their hands left, right, center and stuff like that. And I said, when you come to prom, I mean, you see very seasoned fishermen with nice muscles and things like that. You go all the way to France. Meanwhile, the person said, Ghana beyond it. You are looking for men in France. Have you seen that video, Sana?
No, I haven't.
Oh, really?
Ooh.
Yeah, I haven't.
You are not on social media, are you?
I am, but I
can understand because I mean it's so difficult, especially when your team is not performing so well. That you are the Jimamanunu of our time.
Oh my goodness.
I don't, especially when we lose a match or we don't, or things don't go well. I don't go on social media the next day. I don't even want to listen to any sports news or.
Then you don't want to be on
anything.
my timeline because.
Hey, then you collapse. This man.
But does it affect your appetite and things?
No.
Oh,
I
okay.
eat my food. It doesn't.
It doesn't.
It hurts, but
Yeah. Oh, you are crying. I can see tears in your eyes.
you have no idea the kind of pain I'm going through. I mean,
but you know one thing. Like today, I was sitting there and I realized that 2 years ago, was it 2 or 3 or so years ago, we played Manchester United at the Emirates and Alexis Sanchez, you know, was on fire for Arsenal. And then you buy a player, and instead of getting the guy to the pitch so that you give him a football at his feet, you rather put a piano in front of him. And that day, the way Evans Mensah made noise in this house, I could not even sleep. And then all of a sudden, the guy is working in New York and apparently was moving from shop to shop looking for DDT to drink.
well, I mean, Alexis, I thought maybe okay, let's give him the rest of the season to actually blend with the team, and then I was expecting that he would kickstart this season well. I mean, during the preseason, I think he scored the first goal or so. So I mean, there was hope, and then all of a sudden, I just don't know what is happening.
I think he was moving from Arsenal.
Yeah.
No. So you know that there's something about Arsenal. They are preseason champions. So I think he's used to that.
Wait. No. He scored the preseason.
No, that's what I'm saying. So he's used to performing well during preseason.
No, but at Arsenal, he was the main man.
And that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So he's carrying the remnant of those that sort of disease. You see, Arsenal are preseason champions. You know, and then they start with a vim of boiling beans. You know how it ends.
I remember something happened in Ghana. Some many years ago. I think it was with Alhaji Grusa and Eric Gawu also.
Eric Gawu, yeah, got it. When
that we moved from, I think from King Faisal
to Accra Zovok.
To Kotoko.
From King Faisal to Accra Zovok or something. And the guy was not scoring, right?
I said, no, we bought the player, we didn't buy the goal. So maybe in this case, we have bought something.
But my best Alhaji Grusa story was about, is it Bukasiezi?
Bukasiezi
when he came the second time.
Exactly.
And then he made Eddie Ansa the goalkeeper.
Yeah.
Grusa said that the keeper and the coach were the same age.
And you remember in the wake of Anas's expose.
Okay.
And if Yabuko was interviewing Alhaji Grusa, so in the course of the conversation, it was like, oh, Mofan Chenu, forgiving, blah blah. Question is my son, blah blah. And then if you ask him a series of questions, he answered them. Then he was like, "Maybe so bakun. Unya journalist, unya centuroni, is me centuroni." Unji bribe that. Then he said, "Minji, no, never." He said, "Unti unko baby unko no mushioda." And no show a bribe. You know, and I was like, what does that go to do with bribe?
Yeah, but Grusa has paid his dues. And you know, I grew up in Kotowabi here.
Yeah.
And Colts was powerful.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
You know, so we had the power lines, we had the Olympic babies. We had King Faisal baby. So that's where he started. And I really think that when we come to analyze the demise of our local league, we should really look at the Colts that we have lost. Because the Colts league was also so strong that you had natural talent flowing.
Exactly.
So by the time they get into the senior teams, we knew some of these guys, and you have the following from, because the courts were very local, so they were in the communities. You have Manprobi, you had Kutubabi.
Then there was Young Hearts.
Yeah, so you had them in the community. So I remember every Saturday we flock to our local park and watch. You know, so these guys will move naturally into House of Folk, like Yapreku and all those guys come into your House of Folk. So you follow them from your localities to the national.
Yeah.
So we have collapsed one level of the building, and that's what is happening. And the top of the building seems to be crumbling. We really need to look at that because it's a bit worrying.
Yeah, I agree. I think I remember like those times I was at Tama Community 4 and we had house babies, you know, and then in Tamani Town they had was it Soccer Angels or something, and it's like you go and the whole place was packed. You know, but today, like, people even play gutter to gutter and nobody is interested. Yeah. But play Chelsea and Arsenal, they will come. Even Brighton and Fulham. Yeah. You know, people still want to go. Yeah. Exactly. And with all these betting centers coming up, everybody wants to talk about it and stuff like that. And sometimes it's crazy. It looks like we have some text messages or whatever. Just, you know, today when I woke up in the morning and now the traffic situation in Accra is... I don't know. One of my friends says I'm a traffic warden. Can you believe? Because it's like I'm always in traffic and like you wake up in the morning and you come, you know that there will be traffic, and when you're going home to the same thing. And it's part of the stress, okay? So, I mean, my point is that the ladies, if, because of the... Let me tell you a story. So when I took up, that came up in the morning, we were listening to a radio. And he said, why is that you have all these bitters? Is that the Ghanaian men cannot keep up? Or
who was asking?
Is it that there's a like the Ghanaian men cannot keep up, or something strange is happening to the country? You know, but like now you talk about you mentioned the issue of stress and you know, I'm not speaking from personal experience. No.
Are you sure?
Oh no, I'm not.
I trust you.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not at all. No, I'm not.
No, but when are you going to start speaking from personal experience?
Oh, you know, I'm still a virgin, so you know, I have to take my time, and you know, when the time is right, I can be de-virginized.
I see.
Yeah, but I mean, so we started talking about the stress again. So if I should extend the stress, you know, today we had some political, just before we came on. Yeah. You know, the bit about the economy not going well and stuff like that. So do you think the economy is also affecting this libido that you are talking about?
It's possible. I mean, like what I said in the song, you know, like in Kwankwan. So if I mean, it's like you cannot call a lady without a bottle of drink or two, you know.
Oh no.
Oh, if I call you, will you come?
Why not? I'll buy it for you if you don't.
Hey.
Sika kakra,
odogakra. No, they tell you if you usike swa udo swa. That's what the ladies are saying, you know.
It's not always so. I mean,
really?
Okay, yes. So you tell us.
Yeah, okay, you tell us.
Oh, I mean, if a lady likes you enough, I mean, she wouldn't care if you don't have money to give her. I mean, she will give you her money. If you take her out and you don't have money to pay, I will pay.
Are you sure?
It doesn't matter. Oh, why not?
Hey, have you heard about the...
I think ladies do that a lot. No, it's just the attitude and the behavior of men that make ladies want to behave differently, because they give you their money, they do stuff for you, then tomorrow you go and take somebody else. And
no, but if men are also investing,
exactly.
I'm using that word advisedly. If men are also investing, there's also the risk that the lady will also go and pick another man.
But men do that more than the women.
How do you know?
It's true.
But we've seen stories. I mean, I think 2 weeks ago, Adum FM did a story about a man who took this lady through school, and then all of a sudden, you know, she went to university, and then she felt like, okay, I've seen my missing rib, you know, and then he just dumped the man.
You see, men, when you do it to them, it pays them so much, so it comes out. The way that men are dumping women, we just take it and okay, that's how men are. They dump. So we have taken you like that. So it's not even news again. We don't talk about it. So when it happens to the men, then they come screaming and shouting, everybody, they've dumped me because you have invested. Do you know the women who have invested in men and the men have left them to go and they even take from the women and go and give to other girls?
So women are their own enemies of a sort of, right? Like women are their own enemies.
It's the men who are making the women, knocking the heads of the women together.
How? Yes. Someone just sent me a text to say that, like the cab driver says, it's like he's been a victim twice.
And someone just sent a text that preached Sanam. This table that we seem to be shaking. No, but still thinking about this investment thing. I don't see. I think that men, perhaps we have been conditioned to do it more naturally. So is it that ladies are beginning to see that it is another option to try to, if you like it, you get it, or what? But I don't really see that investment thing going on much more than the men who do it almost naturally.
Yes, I mean men naturally assume. Okay, no, that is how it's been from, should I say, creation. Men give to women, and so if a man is with a woman and he's giving, it's normal. I mean, that's how it's supposed to be anyway. But it is not a must. You understand? If you understand, both of you understand yourselves that, okay, I mean, when I also have some, I'll give him. I mean, you don't sit down for the man to be investing in you, and you will also impact his life in any way.
Like how?
You're also supposed to once in a while get a gift or something and give to him. You don't have to be the receiver, I mean, every time. And when you do that, he gets attracted to you the more.
You know Kofi Annan?
I know Kofi Annan. My Man U friend.
Has he invested, or which of you two invested in each other?
We haven't started investing in each other. It's my body. I know. Man U buying. I should be a cry. We will win something this season.
You know about money, and let me give you when I was in school at the university, and we had a hall with Casford. Okay, like there's like your student loan will come. And when you receive the money, it's like you feel like you're on top of the world. So I had waited and 2 days into whole week, and then my loan came. And then one of my mates was like, "Oh, you should come and visit me." I was like, "Okay, that's fine, that's okay, come." And then I was in the room, and then I was told that this lady was coming. And in my mind, I had planned just for her. But then when she came, she came with about 6 other ladies. So in total, there were like 7. And my loan was fiao.
That's right.
So they came and I gave them a seat, and I went to the JCR. I wore my Buster shorts. I went to sit at the JCR. Oh. And at that time, there was no mobile phone, nothing. I didn't have a phone.
You left them?
Yeah. I was sitting there, and the ladies are waiting, and 1 hour, 2 hours, I had disappeared. Oh, no. I was gone. Hey, they will keep their money. Me,
in tech, we had an expression for it.
Yakoboka. And they will drain you.
Yeah.
There are men too who drain women.
Yeah, but
cook for them, do a lot of things for them.
That's true. On campus, I knew a particular guy who knew where to go for breakfast, knew where to visit for lunch, for supper. Strategic.
Yeah.
Just going through the ladies' places like that,
The moment we become friends with you, then.
But it's not for.
But the question in my mind: men and women, who uses the other the most?
Use.
Like, who can take advantage of the other the most?
I mean, you use each other. I mean,
this is very honest.
Yes.
So this is Joy 99.7 FM, and you're listening to The Hangout, and this is the first. Myself and Nana Red Damwa, Kapochichi's Wafase, and we have the pork in the house. Those who love the pork.
One samo, nkaseta taba soribo, ay. One samo, nkaseta taba soribo, ay. No crack, the whole which be the air. Or consebie, no crack, the whole which be the air. Hey yo, forget the upon Wakasemiu. Yeah, Wakasemiu. Namia, you wadom, Utiemu. Yeah, Utiemu. Ukute, the one name, Woody Kamu. Yeah, Woody Kamu. Usunukuntai, Ubiehu, Okoto Brenasi, Ubiehu, Wakumakuko, Wakumopreku.
So this is Joy 99.7 FM, 44 minutes after 7. Let me just say good evening to Tom. Tom is one of my lovely guys at work and all the MPA stuff. And Cash Pepe. This guy called Cash P. I will not tell the story here though. But you're talking about One Sam.
No. But I was saying that there's a history behind that song.
Yeah.
You know, so there was a chief at a festival. You know, when they have the festival, they will take over the road and all of those. And then he was in the palanquin, they were jumping, the Safu songs were going on. And then this bus was coming and the brakes were going off. So they could see the accident appearing. But the chief cannot just jump. So he started through the song and lifted the song. One samo, articulate a rebo. And the guys thought he was lifting the song, so
or better the pig.
Honey, somebody wants me to ask you.
Yeah, okay.
How is it like to date a pretty lady like Whitney?
Who is Whitney anyway?
A pretty non-pramish lady.
Trouble. But trouble in a good way.
It's an interracial marriage.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Different or relationship different in your view from an intra-racial.
Well, I think, I don't know, but I mean, culturally we are coming from a completely different world, you know, and I went to a hometown, Dufa, and it's a very small town. I stand on the hill and I could literally hold the entire city in my, you know, like in my hands. And yeah, culturally it's different compared to Pram Pram, for example. She's used to a lot of things that I am not used to, you know, but like over the years you learn to kind of agree and disagree on so many things. But I think the good thing is that because I'm kind of very easy and there are a lot of things I don't care about, and likewise the same with her, you know, like we can start to get on the trotro and it's fine. You know, people wonder, I remember one of my bosses at work was like, why would you bring this pretty lady and put her in the trotro? Are you sensible? Don't you think that you should go and have your brains checked or something like that? You know, like jokingly. But she's okay, she's cool, and it's like, I mean, the issue about race has never come up in our discussion. No,
so you think in a marriage or in a relationship, knowing each other or accepting each other as is important?
Well, of course, I think it's. I mean, if you cannot accept, then there's no point in you know, like hanging out. I mean, we are never perfect. We argue about bits and pieces of things. Maybe she wants to watch this, I want to go and read this or something like that, or maybe she wants to hang out with her friends and she wanted to come along. I was like, oh, maybe I want to relax, and you know, we always try to find a compromise. And I think for us is the fact that, but the key thing is that we both like very simple, basic things. You know, there's a live band music. I love to go. She would love to go and dance. I love. Though her dancing is better than mine.
Much better.
Yeah, you know, because people are like, I'm more like the white guy in the black skin, and she's like the white lady.
I think you dance with 2 right feet.
But you know, strangely, I used to be a very good dancer when I was growing up.
The operative phrase is used to be. What would you say?
Relationship, marriage. I always hold this opinion that I can only marry or be with the person who's, okay, let me not use this word, who I can tolerate the most.
Yes.
Because I find out that what I can take from Annie, the same thing I cannot tolerate from you. I have people around me who hurt me every time, but I want to be with them. And someone does the same thing to me once, and I do not want to see the person again. Relationships are not rosy. Marriage is not rosy. But if you are able to, if you can tolerate the person, then you can stay with the person. So if I find out that I don't love you enough to want to swallow everything you want to do to me, I will walk. But it's possible that what you can do to me will not be up to what how do I even explain this?
Yomoga.
It's like there's someone who said this guy treats you better than this other guy, but why do you choose this person over this other person? I tell them that he does this to me, but I don't feel anything. I don't see it. I love him enough. I don't.
Basically, marry someone whose nonsense you can tolerate.
Yes, that is it. I didn't want to use the word nonsense because I can take nonsense from somebody. Every nonsense I can take, but 1% nonsense I can't even take from another person. You understand? And so that is it for me. I don't care if you are good or bad. Once I can tolerate you, I can love you that much, I am fine. Yes, that's me.
And Yonu?
Yeah.
You hear? It doesn't mean that you have to increase your quantity of nonsense. Maybe the quality of it.
Yeah, but I think my nonsense is of qualitative value. You know, and she and it's like. And she likes the father. Yeah, it's pram, and this is me. This is my environment.
Is she liking how you are hyping your village? How you are planning all these reading programs to the children and all of that?
Oh, she loves it. You know, like there are a lot of things I wanted to do. You know, like even support like most of the women there because you know we go around town, we talk to people, and sometimes you know that like the person needs say 100 Ghana cedis to start a business or something. So we try to. You know, just give them something small. So I was like, you know what, I come from this town. Now go around and see all these kids hanging out at betting centers and stuff like that. And you don't have... And then unfortunately, when we had our district assembly, you know, the office, the library was actually converted into an office. And so, you know, it's like we don't value education. So I was like, it cannot be, you know. And gradually people are settling into the town. So I was like, I went to see that Anglican priest, but then one of my colleagues at church was like, why don't you speak to a pastor, you know, the Covenant Family Community Church? And he kind of agreed. And I was like, I wish you could start now. So we did a poster, Nene did a poster for us. Thank you, Nene. And then we put it up. And that day I got like 15 calls, and just today I got 20 as well.
Wow.
And one lady called me, she also lives in Pram, and she was like, this is what she's been waiting for all these years. You know, so for me, I think that because I had a challenge reading, you know, like I didn't just wake up and my English was, I'm trying to improve every day, but I didn't know how to read. I didn't have the confidence enough to even stand in front of people. I remember when I was at St. Paul's, for example, I could not read, and there was a word called microscope, and I said microscopes. And it was a huge thing. And then there was this teacher called John Amedi. He punished the whole class, and I remember I didn't really understand what he said, but that thing still... You know, it's with me. So like laughing at infirmity, right? Gross enormity. I mean, I didn't even know what it was, but I went back. I stood in front of the mirror, and I think at that time Joy FM had come. So Joy used to carry the BBC News, and my brother bought me a small radio set. So I'll listen to the Network Africa program, and Bendo Chemalo will come, Max Bankole Jare, Joseph Warungu. So I'll wake up at dawn like 3:30 and I'll sit and I'll record the show. And then in the afternoon, I'll just sit and I'll recite exactly what they've said before me. Like, I'll stand in front of the mirror and I'll recite. And then my brother at the time, my brother now, IT, he will help me to sound the words out. And I remember, my mother never went to school, but it's like the trick was, if you cannot read, she didn't know, she could not read at all. She never went to school anyway. But I showed her how is this word pronounced. It's like, you just try it. So I'll say something, it could be wrong, but she'll give you thumbs up. You know, so I see a lot of kids when I walk around in Pampram, and I felt like, look, by the grace of God, I've gone to school as a boy from the fishing village, go to an Ivy League school and come back. So how do you also contribute? And with your help, you know, we got the books, and we're trying to get more books as well, and to start. And I'm very encouraged that yesterday, a lady at the Deaf Traco on the Donya Road called Benita called me. And she's also into children's books as well, and she wants to also come and support that. So it's something that I'm very passionate about. And for me, I've always said that I do not have to be a politician to make contribution in my community. You know, it's like if
there's much more we can do.
Absolutely,
outside
you know, and for me, it's like it's
a
something
friend of mine
saw
saw it. She is also bringing her children from Michelle Camp. So
that's encouraging.
You're going to get a lot of people from that catchment.
Yeah, I'm very pleased.
You want to add anything?
No.
Are you sure? You're still thinking about Manchester United, yeah? Okay, let me just say, you know, good evening to a couple of people. Okay, I think Whitney has sent me some a video of herself. Maybe she's caught up in that. But let me just good evening to Alberta. Alberta is my sister in Prom, and she has a lovely daughter called Aquile, and Tony, and Nat, and all of them, and my colleagues at work. Theresa, my boss Hassan Temple, a great guy. Getty, Kudus, Cash Pepe, and all the Saka Lounge guys. I can't mention all of them. And Auntie Naomi Johnson, I love you very much. Yes, it is my voice that you are hearing right now in your ears. And thanks to Kofi Ansan that called me and asked that I come and do the show. Yeah, sure. Nana?
Are you going to have one last old tune?
Yeah, I think we should have
to enjoy with our listeners, and
Abeku Sound Trophy.
And then we see how we try and get home safely.
My colleagues, they are texting me. They are all excited. Barclays Bank Service Excellence. Everybody, I can't mention all your names. Everybody, thank you very much for the support. I can see all the messages.
I'm going to get free account.
Oh, why not?
Simi soni bio inti ya die chesa na ya dena mezame komo mano I am a branch ya my bro na mabusiano simi soni bio inti ya die chesa na ya dena mezame komo mano Obrambo you resident me and my bro yes bomb every really when you nice you that then you know me really with you I want here branch here my you be mo fat you kunkuma man for you sika semana ma die in trim mo o come free yes ma chi come free we be sika go see that my mentally joy why you can see I want go with him eh fun me the piano key stand still in ya still ya the man stand I'm my bro, I'm a Busiano, Simi Sonny Bio, Intia Dia Chesa, Maya Dana Mizame como Mano, I am a branch, I'm my bro, I'm a Busiano, Simi Sonny Bio, Intia Dia Chesa, Maya Dana Mizame como Mano, a branch, I'm my bro, I'm a Busiano, Simi Sonny Bio, Intia Dia Chesa, Maya Dana Mizame como Mano. I am a branch, yeah, my bro. Now, Busiano, Simi Sonny Bio. Intia Dia Chesa. Maya Dena Mezame como Mano. Muntie, Aba practice and me didn't feel one tree. Me bro, we are same one time and you. La Kenya Kaya, Abrabona ya hard, and in me at the pussy and I see we need you. But I was hoping team out to the mom kwasa, coping brown from my baby. But I got no one say club no, mention a god and you know baby as you know. Boy, so me moon and me woo.
The lyrical quad Obin so me Abranti, you know, thinking about the you know, life and everything. I remember when Quade came to Cardiff, you know, Quade became very popular essentially, and it was a whole week at Kivas, all right, and I think Vaco Hall brought Quade because, you know, and it was a big thing, and I think at that time Kabasho had come, right, and me too, like I just went, my friends, we went and we were all excited and hyper and stuff like that, and Charlie, I took 2 Kabasho thought. I nearly lost my life.
No, but I like Quade.
He's a great guy.
He's really deep with his words. Really poetic.
Yeah, very, very. I love him, man. It's like I heard that he's coming back. And one of his songs is Mia Mini Asenya I feel crying now, my brother Kwame Woody. You know, and I love him, and it's like unfortunately, but I love Uber driver too. Senna, look at it. Senna sounds so peshe.
Honey, you
at the mention of that word, you see what has happened to my phone. I'll take your spot. Mr. What? Mr. What?
It's a Kwame Woody. You know, but like, yeah, it's live. You know, it's like. This is the Hangout on Joy 99.7 FM, and next week Friday you just have to connect. And that's Menu just walk in, you know, and I have a story about and that's Menu. Why are you looking at me? How can you be? And then should I say it? He said I shouldn't say it. Okay, so we'll not say it. Yeah, Charlie, Nana.
Annie, Charlie, look at the time. Oh.
Yeah, we're almost out.
Madam is almost getting in, so
yeah.
My Eziat has expired.
And Kofi knows Eziat is about. All right, that's Senna. Are you going to Kofi or you are going home?
Oh no, I don't remember the last time I saw him. I'm going straight home.
You are going straight home?
Straight home.
Oh, okay, all right. Thank you very much, everyone. And this is the Hangout on Joy 99.7 FM. And to everyone, this is when the shades Uber driver Ubia Pesho. Even the Prophet Crab Peshe.
When the shade on the beat.